Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Gunpla Network News. As always, I'm your host, The Spicer, and today's episode of the news is brought to you by those fine folks over at Canadian Gundam. Canadian Gundam is your one-stop shop for all things plamo and Gunpla here in North America. With flat rate shipping to the US and Canada, private warehouse option, and a vast catalog that's restocked regularly, not only are they going to have what you need, they can also get it to you. When you're checking that vast catalog and placing your next order, don't forget to use the promo code GUNPLANETWORK to save yourself 10% off. Now, this week's edition of the news is kind of interesting because there's a lot of, I don't want to say up and down necessarily, but there's some really high points in this, and there's a lot of like, that's cool, I guess, type situations. And that's where we're starting off with something conceptually I like, but this version I'm just meh. That is the Figurized Standard Tifa Adill release, with a release date of January 2026 and a price tag of 4,180 Japanese yen. Now, I don't dislike Tifa, I don't dislike Gundam X, but I really wish if we're going to get Figurized Standard releases, they would be the main pilots. Like, if this was Garrett, sick, cool, awesome. If this was Jamil, cool, great. Tifa's cool, she's a pivotal character, I get that, and for Gundam X fans this would be cool, but it just feels like all of the cool like pilot suits and stuff get relegated to SH Figuarts and never really see a release here in Figurized Standard. Now, something I am very stoked about, one of the high points, is the Intrigue-Grade 1144 scale Wing Gundam, with a release date of October 2025 and a price tag of 1,100 Japanese yen. Just like the Strike, the Granddaddy Gundam, the Intrigue-Grade line is awesome. I love it. It looks great. It is the spiritual successor, in my opinion, to the advanced grade from Gundam Age. It just is more posable. It's basically a high grade with like minimal, pretty much no stickers. You know, some of that is not always ideal, right? Like the Buster rifle rather on this doesn't have the yellow bit on the bottom of the gun, but you know, that's fine. The little green jewel in the chest is probably not going to be as shiny as a foil sticker, but it still looks really good. Proportionally, I think it looks great. I would be really interested to see how this kind of compares to like the high grade, and then of course the real grade is going to be more detailed, but price and effort put in, how does it really stack up with the competition? We also have the high-grade GQ 1144 scale Shalia's Rick-Dom, with a release date of February 2026 and a price tag of 3,630 Japanese yen. This is just a recolored of the Rick-Dom we've already seen from G-Quux. I don't think the bazooka is any different. It doesn't look like the heat saber is any different. The third extra jetpack leg thing is also pretty similar, so just a recolor, but it is kind of cool that it's here. I don't know that we really see this a ton in the show, but it is neat to see. We have the high-grade Universal Century 1144 scale Carl Gustav Type 00, with a release date of February 2026 and a price tag of 3,850 Japanese yen. This is the, I think, like actual original coloration in design of the Carl Gustav before the like Hathaway's Flash movie came out. I think this is more like the actual like novelization and manga inspired potentially, because there were, you know, changes to the C Gundam or the G Gundam, depending on how you want to say it. Same thing with the Carl Gustavs. I think this might be the version, or at least closer to it, that shows up in Narrative. I can't remember Narrative well enough to know if this was the one, but it is cool that we get this Federation symbols. Will probably be decals, but it's cool that they're there. We also have the high-grade 1144 scale Gundam G-Quux Endymion Unit Awakened. Hope I said that right. With a release date of January 2026 and a price tag of 2,860 Japanese yen. This is the like Alpha Cider mode, I think is what like Char calls it in the show. It's got the little like orbs on its shoulders and its calves like popped out with the little green lines. Pretty cool. I kind of like the beam sabers for the G-Quux, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of hate them, but I kind of love them. It's a weird depending on the day, I may have a different opinion, but it has the mouth open, which is pretty cool. Rocking the beam saber. It is a cool design. Still something, like, as much as I kind of like the G-Quux, I just haven't really had any desire to build a G-Quux. So this ends up being kind of like a meh thing. Like, it's cool that it's there, but it's just not something that's really getting me going. We also have the announcement of the high-grade 1144 scale Legend Gundam. So I imagine this is probably HGCE, if I had to guess, with a release date of January 2026 and a price tag of 3,080 Japanese yen. This is the Legend Gundam, which makes me wonder if we're going to get a Prominence Gundam, like an actual like HG anytime soon. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It is like a much, I don't know if it's more screen accurate necessarily. I feel like proportionally it's better than the old high grade for sure. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of articulation improvements here, but it does look really good, and it will go great with the Destiny Gundam that we got a few years back. Speaking of Destiny Gundams though, we have the release information for the MGSD Destiny Gundam. God, I love the MGSD line. Release date of February 2026 and a price tag of 4,950 Japanese yen, and this thing looks gorgeous. This may, like, there are a lot of people who will probably call me crazy. This may actually be, as weird as it is to say, the definitive version of the Master Grade Destiny Gundam, just because we haven't gotten, like, a refresh to the old one. And this has a lot of, like, pretty cool layering and stuff going on. It looks really good. Looks very sharp. Looks very aggressive. I'm also super biased because I just kind of love the MGSD line. I don't think any of them have missed yet. I'm still building the Wing Zero right now, so we'll see. But, like, this looks good. The Aerial looks good. The Barbatos was great. The Freedom was great. The Wing is shaping up to be pretty good. So this line just keeps killing it. I love it. We also have probably more than line of people's excitement here. The Master Grade 1100 Gundam Barbatos Lupus, with the release date of November 2025 and a price tag of 7,150 Japanese yen. And it still looks gorgeous with more promotional imagery coming out. We get to see a little bit more of the engineering that's going on inside, which seems to be pretty on par with the original Barbatos release. But we get to see some of the weapons, some of the articulation, some of the engineering. All of it looks phenomenal. This is going to be a kit that people are clamoring for when it comes out. We also have an announcement of the Master Grade 1100 Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam Ver.Ka, with a release date of February 2026 and a price tag of 12,540 Japanese yen. It is just the announcement with kind of like the art rendering of the Full Armor Double Zeta Ver.Ka here. It doesn't have like any actual prototype images or anything like that yet, but we at least know it's coming sometime next year, or February next year. And last, but most definitely not least, and one of the things that has got me on the P-Bandai site a lot more, because I never go there, is the P-Bandai High Grade 1144 scale Graham's Union Flag Custom 2, also known as the GN Flag, with a release date of September 2025 and a price tag of 2,200 Japanese yen. This is awesome. I love the flags in general, but this is probably like the coolest version. I think this is really where this design peaks, because all of the Mr. Bushido suits from Season 2 and the Braves, I just don't like their like hip binder things. This is clean, it's sleek, it doesn't have a lot going on, but it is really effective. This is something that, like I said, like the Rose Gundam was like the only other thing that really kind of got me to look. This is something that I'm like, borderline, do I want to order a P-Bandai kit, you know? But this is awesome. I really love this. I really, really wish this was a regular release, but I can understand why it's a P-Bandai. And that brings me to the end of the news and a struggle here, because I don't know what I'm most excited for, to be honest. Like, the GN Flag is something I've been waiting for a long, long time. The MGS Destiny is awesome. The MG Barbatos Lupus looks great. The entry grade Wing Gundam looks great. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm really excited for it. But let me know in the comments below, what are you most excited for and what you're looking forward to the most? Anyway, I've been the Spicer here for the Gunpla Network. Thank you for sticking with me, and keep on building.